Welcome to The Late Show, everybody. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. And there is big news about the government. We still have one. Because this afternoon, Congress passed a government funding bill to prevent a shutdown. No, do not clap. We must not reward them for doing the absolute minimum. You don't get in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for playing the tambourine, Joe. You're such a good drummer. You're such a good drummer. Please. Plus, they're only funding the government until December 3rd. What? We have to do all this again in 2 months? It's like the bomb squad not cutting the red wire or the blue wire. They just hit the bomb snooze button. Plus, they're no closer to solving the other crises on our hands, raising the debt ceiling and avoiding a catastrophic federal debt default next month. I'm going to catch you up on all the gory details in my recurring segment.
Apocalypse Now. Countdown to shutdown. Wanted, dead or alive.
Joe Manchin.
Now, getting out of this debt ceiling crisis is going to be tricky because it's beginning to look like the debt ceiling can be raised only through a process called budget reconciliation. Now, I explained how budget reconciliation works on the show last night, then immediately forgot. Anyway, the Democrats have another bill they're trying to pass through budget reconciliation, Biden's $3.5 trillion Build Back Better plan, which is loaded with important measures the country really needs, like fighting climate change, universal preschool, paid family and medical leave, plus 2 free years of community college. Ooh la la, hello luxury. What's next, clean water and lead pipe removal? Yes, because that's also in the bill. The proposal... clean that up. This proposal has split the Democratic Party in half. On one side, you have the president, 48 Democratic senators, and the House majority. On the other, an equally powerful coalition of 2 people. West Virginia senator and man who can't believe that a frozen margarita is $14, Joe Manchin, along with Arizona senator and superhero on her wedding day, Kyrsten Sinema. Manchin, as no one calls them, holds all the cards because Democrats cannot afford to lose even 1 vote from their party in the Senate. It's true, this Senate has the same rules as Babysitter's Club. Lose 1, and that's a complete failure. Okay, these 2 do not like the Build Back Better plan. Yesterday, Manchin called it the definition of fiscal insanity, which is also the slogan of Bitcoin. Then, today, is this today? Today, Manchin announced that his spending limit is $1.5 trillion and that he wanted to meet the country's needs without basically changing our whole society to an entitlement mentality. Yes, God forbid, people should start feeling entitled to frivolous things like family leave and an above-ground Florida. But at least, it's so nice. It's so nice. Maybe it's absorbent. Maybe it'll just soak up all the water. But at least Manchin is saying what he would vote for. Sinema prefers to share as little as possible publicly and declines to answer reporters' questions. Explains her campaign posters, a vote for Sinema is a vote for, I don't know. If you think I'm exaggerating when I say she doesn't answer questions, listen to this.
What do you say that progressives that are frustrated that they don't know where you are?
I'm in the Senate.
There are progressives within the Senate that are frustrated that they don't know where you are either.
I'm like literally right here in the elevator.
America is in the grip of multiple crises, and she's making dad jokes. I hate to have her as a doctor. Well, we haven't heard back from radiology yet, but I'm sure they'll read your scans as soon as they can, sir. You have cancer. Even if... See, I wouldn't want her as my doctor. That's why. Your reaction is why I wouldn't want her. I'm with you. That's a terrible idea. Even if they get Manchin and Sinema on board, that's not the only disagreement between Democrats. Speaker Nancy Pelosi has assured progressives that she wouldn't bring the bipartisan infrastructure bill up for a vote until the Senate passed the reconciliation bill. But conservative Democrats didn't want to start negotiating the reconciliation package until the infrastructure bill was on the president's desk. Ooh, I know this riddle. You've got to cross a river in a boat with a fox, chicken, and a bag of grain, but you can't leave the fox and the chicken together because the fox will eat the chicken, and you can't leave the chicken and the grain together because the chicken will eat the grain, so you cross with the chicken first, and Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema sink your boat anyway. The point is, that river really needs a bridge. Pass infrastructure. While we're... it's a true story. Yeah. While we're teetering on the brink of financial calamity, last night lawmakers hunkered down to get serious with a fun game of congressional baseball. The Democrats in blue against the Republicans in red. Just like the major leagues, if the Red Sox manager had recently sent his fans to smear poop on Yankee Stadium. The game had a special visitor, the president, but which one? Let's go to the announcer's call.
There's President Obama with a baseball cap on. President Biden. I said Obama, I'm sorry.
Nah, that's me, Jack. Barack Obama. Everybody loves me. I passed a big health care bill, and we're still in Afghanistan having a great time. I love my best friend, Joe Biden. He's going to be president, and I'll pick up when he calls. Si se puede. Come on, Juac. Now, with his entire agenda at stake, Biden was schmoozing, snapping selfies, and signing baseballs. He also spent some of the game working the phones and then left the park about an hour after he arrived. That has big absent dad vibes. You look great out there, kiddo. Daddy's just on a work call. Hold on. Okay, I gotta jump on this. Reese's mom is gonna give you a ride home. I'll order you a pizza. Oh shoot, are you the one with the dairy allergy? I thought that was your sister. Well, just peel the cheese off, buddy. Love you, buddy. The game was a nail-biter, with Republicans edging out Democrats 13-12. The Democrats had a chance for a big win, but in the bottom of the ninth, Joe Manchin cautioned that it would be irresponsible to score. Moving on to a subject closer to your heart, your phone. Because the internet people have just unveiled 37 new emojis, including awkward face, pointy finger, X-ray of rib cage, and kidney beans. So now you finally have a fast, convenient way to say, I accuse you of stealing my organs because I saw your X-ray and you have 3 kidneys. Awkward. Of course, happens all the time. Happens a lot.
Really?
Happens more than people think.
I bet.
Yeah. Of course, emojis are designed to convey emotions like happy or sad or penis. But it's been hard to express more complex feelings like everything is bad and none of us are okay until now. Meet the melting face. Okay? It's a smiley face that was drawn by Salvador Dali. The actual graphic designer responsible for Melting Face explains his interpretation of the new emoji, saying, many of us feel hopeless because of things like climate change or our government's inaction. Sometimes it does feel as though the best we can do is smile as we melt away. That is one of the bleakest interpretations of an emoji I have ever heard. The dancing woman emoji is alone, swirling to music no one can hear. The crying, laughing emoji lays bare the fine line between joy and despair. It's the core of even our happiest moments is pain. The slice of pizza is just pizza, yum num. But I have a bone to pick with the emoji powers that be. See, back in 2017, they unveiled the face with one eyebrow raised emoji, okay? Look familiar? Yeah. Yeah, I do. In fact, people thought this looked so much like me, it was literally dubbed the Colbert emoji. This was huge for me. Everyone knows that once they make you into an emoji, you get 18 cents every time someone uses it. That's how Jeff Bezos got so rich. He's clearly bald head money eyes. Some long green, Daddy. That's some long green, Daddy-o.
Oh, yeah. Come on, royalties.
It was so connected to me, and this is true, that if you merely typed Colbert into a text message, it suggested the eyebrow-raised emoji automatically. But now, all of a sudden, it don't do that anymore. What the hell, emoji people? Or should I say, what the hell, emoji people? So I have a request, Nate, a demand. If you're gonna take away my eyebrow raise emoji, give me melty face. Because after spending 10 months telling jokes in a broom closet, it is clearly the new Colbert emoji. Jim, give me a split screen. We have a great show for you tonight. My guest is John Lithgow. But when we come back, I check in on former Mayor